What's up, Dunwoody? Welcome back to the podcast, all about Dunwoody, Georgia. My name is Matt Weber. This is my friend Denice. The show is brought to you by Dr. Brett Friedman with Village Orthodontics. And today we're going to talk about Oktoberfest. But before we get into that, I wanted just to thank you for volunteering at the parade. That was wonderful.
It was my first time.
I know, but you got there super early and you were actually really helpful, and it was smiling the entire time. So I know you're somewhat new to the community, so we appreciate you helping out.
It was my pleasure. It was a lot of fun. Like, I'm actually excited to do it again. Yeah.
Yeah. I always tell people, I'm like, volunteering is fun. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm sure. Real fun. Giving my time for free. But yes, we really enjoy ourselves and have a good time there. And, and then you march in the parade. So I think that's going to be, you were part of this. That's going to be my new pitch to people volunteering is you can show up, help volunteer, and then go get in line with your group. And you worked with Malachi, so it worked out real well.
It worked out great. Yeah. Cause I volunteered, and then I just went and found, the Malachi's float, and
you got a lot of attention for Oktoberfest, right?
We did. Yes. It was great. Malachi's is amazing, and they, handed out tomato plants, and then we had our, Oktoberfest banner, announcing to Dunwoody that we are having this event. We're bringing Oktoberfest to Dunwoody on September 28th.
And people saw something that they had never seen before, Oktoberfest.
Actually,
Dunwoody
it was cool. We had a great reaction. People were like, wait, what? Is this new? I'm like, yeah. It is.
So, okay, well, let's get into that. Just, I guess, tell me, like, when you came to the community and why you're putting on this huge event, which, when you started, you were kind of like, here's what I'm thinking about doing. And now it is streamlined. You've got your website. You've got a million sponsors on there.
Yes.
So it seems like what you're doing is amazing. So tell us about it.
Thank you. So my family and I have been going to St. Patrick's Episcopal Church. It's across the street from Brook Run Park. For, I think, like, we're coming up on 2 years. But it was just basically after the pandemic, we just didn't want to drive down to the cathedral in Buckhead anymore. And so, but yeah, we just, I don't know, we just were like, felt like home. It was great. And, like, for me and for my family, the Malachi's, and now we have Anchor Place Respite. I was really blown away by how involved the community is in the church. I just don't think everybody realizes that, like St. Patrick's runs those. Yeah.
And it is confusing. So if you're looking at those two churches right across from Brook Run, it's the one on the right. And Malachi's in the back. My mother-in-law volunteers there, and they do amazing stuff. It was, I read earlier, they feed 1,000 people a week. And it's all volunteer staff. So, and I guess before we get into anything else, tell me about, what was the other one? What was the other nonprofit there?
Anchor Place Respite.
Anchor Place.
So it's a program. It's all volunteer run out of St. Patrick's, but for loved ones with dementia, the caregivers have somewhere safe and therapeutic to put them for a couple hours twice a week, and so they can have a break. And they do all kinds of cool stuff.
Hang out together.
They do art. They do music. They play games. I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so let's get into Oktoberfest.
Okay.
Why do this? What was the idea?
I mean, really, I grew up in Phoenix, and I have a fundraising background. It's just something I like to do. And but it's been a couple years since I've had the bandwidth to really, we're out of diapers now, right? So, pandemic's over, and I just saw a really good opportunity. Our church actually does an Oktoberfest, and last year, it was really fun, but I was like, man, like, we could totally blow this up and make this like a full blown community event. So I just saw an opportunity and just a way to raise awareness and funds for our community ministries. And I just, I love to throw a good party.
Yes. Okay, well, let's get into the party. So I guess I was blown away by the sponsorships that you got. So you're obviously doing something right with that. I guess the big ones were Leverage. Was Huckleberry? What is Huckleberry?
So Huckleberry Enterprises, we just did a huge reno at the church. They did all of our landscaping, and our courtyard now, which is going to be the beer garden, looks amazing. And they did the work, and they were willing to sponsor and show it off. I was so pleased. It looks amazing.
There you go. That's the best way to do it. And then Discover Dunwoody, who sponsors everything. This is probably a good time for that. Discover Dunwoody is your source for the latest events and festivals in our city. They play a crucial role in organizing and promoting community gatherings that attract visitors and create memorable experiences. kind of like Oktoberfest here. From seasonal celebrations to cultural events, there's always something happening in Dunwoody. So make sure you follow at Discover Dunwoody on social media for the latest event updates. If you know somebody that's planning to attend or, coming to the city, remind them to book their stay at discoverdunwoody.com/whatsupdunwoody for hotel options. By using that link, you'll be supporting the show and, enjoying everything that the city has to offer, letting them enjoy everything the city has to offer. So let's celebrate our community together. And then Coca-Cola, which, that's a huge one. That was really, really cool. And you mentioned before we started recording the Hug Me Coke machines. Yeah! Tell me about the Hug Me Coke machines, because I think these are super cool.
It's awesome. I actually didn't know about it, and it's Coke United Bottle Company that owns it and is coming to sponsor for us. But it just says Hug Me. It looks like a vending machine, and you go up, you hug it, and it dispenses a Coke.
Yeah, for free. And you mentioned that. Yeah. I happen to have seen it like on TikTok or something, and they look really cool. Definitely attention grabbing for sure. So
for sure.
Nice of them to bring that.
And their Coke corporate is coming with their sampling team. And so, I just found out just last week, and I was so excited because, you can come and try for free, whatever new products they've got coming out.
There you go. So, let's stop at those 4 because there was a million other ones.
I know, it's a lot.
We don't have time to list.
Check them out on the website.
Yeah. So when they get there, when people show up, what do they expect? It's a free event, so if you want to come, please come. It's for kids. It's open for kids. It's not the Oktoberfest, like a beer festival. This is for everyone, the entire family. What do people expect when they show up?
We have a lot going on, and it's super exciting. So we've got an Autobahn. So when you first come in, we're gonna have a lot of these really super hot sports cars just on display. Just trying to bring some
attention grabbing.
What's that?
Attention grabbing, right? From the street.
Yes. And then when you come into the building, you'll see we have a beautiful courtyard I mentioned. That's going to be the beer garden. We're transforming our parish hall, which has these beautiful pitch ceilings, and Monte Carlo Productions is going to come and put all the tent paneling, and we're just gonna have that's gonna be our beer hall with music pumping. If you go to the back of the property, that's our kinder zone. So it's pay to play, get a wristband, and similar festivals around town that I'm sure people have been to. But we've got carnival games, and then we're gonna have Oktoberfest themed arts and crafts. So make a pretzel necklace and a cuckoo clock and a lot of cute stuff. And then we also have the playground, so and love bubbles and fun things. So I just something for everybody. Live music, food, and vendors. It's a lot.
Yeah. And you mentioned, what was it, Nerf blasters for the teenage kids?
Yeah.
For the older kids. Gosh. So there's something for everyone.
Yes, games for little we don't want to leave out middle schoolers or toddlers. So we have a great range. So there's something for everyone.
That's awesome. And food trucks. Tell us about the food trucks.
Yeah. So Oma.
I love that you kept everything Oktoberfest style too. So as everybody's listening to this, it actually is going to look like an Oktoberfest. You took a beautiful gathering hall, cathedral looking thing, and put a tent over it to make it look like Oktoberfest. I love it.
Yeah, we're shooting for authenticity, and I'm hoping it just, I hope people like it.
Yes, we'll talk about the food trucks. Which ones you got?
So the food trucks, we've got authentic German food, pretzels, we'll have roasted chicken, roasted turkey legs, we'll have a vegetarian option, and then desserts. Zuccherinos is going to make these amazing apple pastries. So we're going to have a ton of options for folks to come and eat. And then Moondog Growlers is pouring for us. We'll have a bar in the beer garden, in the beer hall, and then also out back, next to we've got 20 by 20 tents. So there's gonna be a bar, the band, and then another 20 by 20 tent, kind of more adults, we'll have the whiskey barrels with the stools and cornholes. So even if you're an empty nester, you don't have little kids, come play and have fun. It's gonna great for great weather.
Yes, that's a very important part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so let's mention that now. So it's October 28th. It's from noon until 6 p.m. If you want to find out more about it, DunwoodyOktoberfest.com.
Mhm.
Yeah, what else we got? So it's free to attend. You pay to play games, and that's how you're going to raise the money. You raise money with sponsorships. All goes back to the church and to the nonprofits,
Yeah.
and so that's um, the. Oh, tell us about the raffles.
Oh yeah. So Atlanta Motorsports Park, they gave us these amazing packages. So for adults, it's what they call a Taste of Amp. So you bring your own car. It's like a $600 value, but you get a professional instructor and a day to just go as fast as you want, just rip around the track. And
Yeah,
I've not personally done it. It looks amazing. It looks so much fun. But they also gave us a karting school package, and kids can do it. If you're like 5 to 11, you have to have an adult driving, but you can ride. Adults can kart too, but it is an option. So something for the kids. And then we've got our third very cool, very generous gift from Lauderhill Jewelers for $1,000 gift card, which is super
oh wow,
exciting. Yeah,
there you go. And so
super
the
generous.
amp is Atlanta Motorsports Park, and I did like a little bit of research right before, and it looks really cool. That's really
Yeah.
neat, and you can pay for your teen to go there and just get
Yes.
comfortable driving like a crazy person, because that's
Yeah,
probably
they
what they're
even
going to
do
do when
like
they.
safe. That's how I found out about them. Is like a friend of mine's son was getting his license, and they took him out there to do like a safety class. So
Yeah,
they're a really cool organization, and super lovely to work with. So we're pleased to
yeah,
have them as a sponsor too.
and they're the ones bringing the cool cars out too.
No, actually, so
Where'd you get the cars from?
they were not able to do that, but we've invited folks. It's still open if somebody wants to
Okay,
join. We're going to be giving them a free raffle ticket, and we'll feed them lunch and breakfast, just to have their car if they want to join. So we'll have probably,
yeah,
like, I'm thinking 10 at this point, but we have space for more. So if anybody wants to be
okay.
in the Autobahn for a chance to win, get a free raffle
And
ticket.
they get to show off their cool car to like thousands of people, which I mean that's why you buy a cool car, right?
Yeah, and we will have security. I mean, just so everybody's clear, like Dunwoody PD will be there, like for the crossing guards.
Yes, yes. Um, cool. Well, what else? I guess that so those are the calls to action. You can
Yeah,
get in touch with you to bring your cool car. You can show up, pay for the raffle tickets, get any part of this cool stuff, or just show up and hang out for free and
yeah,
see what
absolutely.
see what the church has to offer.
Everybody's welcome. We are super excited to host this. And oh, I guess it is important to mention because we live in the South that it is. I recognize it's game day, so we will
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
we will have TVs in the courtyard, like because I know the Georgia Bama game is that night, but
Okay,
we will have TVs on. So if you need to check some scores, don't you
there
worry,
you
we
go.
got you covered.
Well, hopefully the Georgia Bama game is not a big deal anymore. Maybe we've
Yeah,
kind of, I say we, but maybe we've kind of taken over.
I'm a
What did
Bama
you
fan
think?
by marriage, so it's always an important game.
What did you think of moving from Phoenix to Atlanta? Like, I mean, it's a little different. Football's a little different here, right?
Yeah, I'm a Phoenix native, and it was very different. But I've turned into one of those fall people where I'm like, oh, it's fall, like we have real
Yeah,
seasons here.
something you didn't have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
my
yeah.
wife, um, my wife lived in Phoenix for I guess one summer. I think it was like 8 months or so. Right out of college, she did like a traveling nurse job,
Okay.
and they had like so the apartment complex that she was at had coverage, and I was like, why do they need that? And they were like, well, parts of your car actually melt in the sun. I was like, what, things in your car? They're like, no, parts of your car can melt, and so you
Yeah,
need to
don't leave
park
your
under here.
chopstick in there.
I was like, oh my gosh.
People driving with like oven mitts.
Yeah, she would send me pictures of javelinas like just walking through neighborhoods. I was like, what animal is that? I've never seen that before.
It's a little
It was
different.
interesting. Yeah,
I prefer the deer here.
yeah, it's a different world, different world. So, well, I mean, I guess you've been here a year and a half, but let us welcome you to our community, especially if you're going to throw cool parties like this.
Oh
You are
man,
exactly what we need in Dunwoody.
right? I know, I love it here. The community's been great, and we're excited. We're very
Yeah.
excited for it. I appreciate you having me on too. It's
Oh
so
yeah,
great
no,
to
that's
see you
great.
through the parade. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so show up. It's free. Get some raffle tickets. drink a beer, bring your kids. There's lots of things for the kids to do while you're drinking your beer. And yeah, St. Patrick's Episcopal Church. I guess that's it.
Yeah, free to dress up.
Oh yeah, I bet they'll be
Lederhosen and those
there.
drindles.
You go. Nice,
Get
nice.
your polka on.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming on, and I'll put all of the links that we've discussed on there too. And yeah,
All right, thank
good
you,
to see
Matt.
you.